Yes, please wait. And we are live.
Outstanding.
Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. We're getting ready to go on to this momentous occasion. It's going to be a wonderful podcast. And just as soon as we write it, everything starts in about 5 minutes, actually 4 minutes and change. So feel free to skip ahead if you want to get straight to the action. Otherwise, we're going to keep playing around here, get everything ready. And nice to have you here. So we'll let us keep fiddling around.
This is probably the place where I'm supposed to say things, right?
Well, you can if you want.
Okay. All right. You don't
You
have
know,
to.
it's a non-speaking part.
Exactly. I'm in a support role.
Speaking is overrated in podcasts.
That's right.
Ed, you're there to look pretty. Oh man, huge.com. Yeah.
Do the what now? What now?
Do the what now?
Hello.
All right. 160, right?
Well, you're apparently echoing, and I have no idea why, because I don't hear it from where I am.
Is this better, Tim?
It's another one of those podcasts.
Echo.
Can you hear me now? What about now? How's this? Is it better?
All right.
So exciting to listen to. It's even better than me not sitting here, and me sitting here saying nothing.
Oh, I have an idea. Maybe this might do it.
Catherine says it's not better.
If I turn off my speaker, is that better? Maybe that's better. I hope it's better. Still echoey, says Tim. Let me try
it. I'm not hearing it. It sounds okay to me.
I swear I haven't changed anything from this week to last week. You haven't either, the missus. There's that. Well, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave and come right back. And that makes it pretty super easy. And there's Mark there.
You just leave me here by myself. Oh, Mark's here. Yay. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
How does Mark sound?
Do I sound okay?
I don't know. John laughed. He was echoing all over the place, apparently. I was going to do a thing. What was I going to do? Oh. I remember what it was.
And I'm back. Can everyone hear me? The missus, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Let's try that. Can you hear me now?
Well, John, you're showing up as muted on my thing.
That was intentional. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
And I can hear you now. That sounds good. The missus, can you say something?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, well, then we're all ready to go. I'm not echoing.
I don't know if you're echoey or not. You sound fine. Sound fine the whole time.
Well, it's almost go time, so YouTube has a 3-minute lag this week.
Oh, nice.
Highest everyone. Yes, it's still me. Bingo. Not that. That's really important. Okay, I found the important parts. Let's just call it a Microsoft miracle that anything's working. So I clicked like and turned the sound off. I love it. And now for the next 2 hours, nothing but Blue Oyster Cult. Okay, there's that. There's that. There's that. Okay. Should be good there. And it's 8 o'clock.
Bants and Bants. Bants and Bants.
All systems go.
Bants and Bants.
Defiance.
Bants and Bants.
This rebel has a cause.
Bombs and Bants.
We begin as wanderers, and we are wanderers still.
Welcome, everyone, to the 160th live edition of Bombs and Bants and Wednesday Rants. As always, I'm your dedicated and humble host, John Wilder, coming to you from the penthouse control room of the majestic Wilder Industries skyscraper. With me, as always, is Mark.
Hey, everyone.
And the missus.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Just a replay of the first 5 minutes of every show for like the past 3 weeks. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you at all. Now you're too echoey.
It's easy to write dialogue when the
That's
characters
right.
can't hear each
That's
other.
right.
Yeah.
What? What?
All right, Mark, tell us what you want to tell us of your absence slip. Did the dog eat your homework?
No, I came down with the COVID Rona or whatever.
Hot and spicy bat flu.
The woo
Yep.
flu.
Yeah.
Well, it could be worse. I could have had it. So
He got better.
he got better.
Yeah.
And so, having had a large amount of the missus, how have you been?
I've been okay. Yeah. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's hot and humid. I hate this weather.
Absolutely.
I am staying inside until November.
That's probably a good idea.
Summertime months. Stupid summer.
See if summer ruins it for
I
all the rest
know.
of the days. All right. So, are we ready to talk about on this day in history?
Well, I suppose we are. Maybe. Maybe we are. Oh, crap.
You don't have your things?
No, you know what I did?
Hmm.
When I took out all the stuff from last week, I took out everything.
Well, that's okay. We can just go.
So I took out
straight.
all the sounders and everything. So all of our normal stuff is gone.
Well, that's fine.
How did that happen?
Well, I'll let you get the rest of the stuff you want back, and I will. Mark and I will talk about history.
Okay.
You ready?
And I can do everything else here?
Yeah.
All right.
So, in the year 622, the Islamic era began, where Muhammad and his followers began migration from Mecca to Medina. Mark, thoughts about that one?
Yeah, one of the worst things that could have ever happened to humanity.
Well, following in 1054, the Great Schism between Western and Eastern churches began when the Roman Cardinal Humbert issued a bull of excommunication against the Patriarch of Constantinople. So, that kind of you're excommunicated. No, you're excommunicated. No, you're excommunicated. Didn't turn out very well. In 1377, Richard II was age 10. He was crowned king of England.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, talk about building up expectations. I mean, next year will be better than that, right? It'll be, yeah. Catherine, that's funky cold Medina. That was the joke I was looking for, Catherine. Carrying on. William III in 1672 became the stadholder of Zealand.
In 3, 2, 1,
Was
go.
Zealand?
No, Zealand, which is, I believe, not in New Zealand, but rather, I believe, in the Netherlands, and thus New Zealand, named by the Dutch. All right.
15 seconds.
And let's see what other great things we had going on in history. Russia launched an offensive against the Chinese and
And now it's time for us to take a stroll down the
and
smooth
you
side
saw how
of
that worked out as well as the
30
other
seconds.
All right. And the first X-ray photo of arterial circulation was taken in Rochester, New York in 1936. And in 1940, Adolf Hitler
45
ordered
seconds.
preparations for the invasion of Britain. Operation Sea Lion. Spoiler, it didn't work out. Just letting everyone know. So that was what?
Well, you wouldn't know it from the
One.
state of the current government.
Stop.
No. That just goes back to the beginning. Muhammad apparently was heading towards Newcastle as well. So, all right. Well, that's okay. I have another meme, but I'm saving it for next week. So anyway,
Next year.
not next year, next week. So the missus, are you ready to move along to Conversation Stream, or do you have a commercial?
I do have a commercial I can play. Sure. Let's do that. Here it is. Are you tired of climbing up dangerous ladders to clean out your gutters? Mm-hmm. Worried about more than just leaves and debris raining down? Uh-oh. Introducing Missile Block Gutter Guards, the ultimate solution for keeping your gutters clean and your home safe from unexpected threats. With Missile Block, you can say goodbye to clogged gutters and hello to peace of mind, even in the most tumultuous
Think real
regions.
fast.
Our state-of-the-art design not only prevents leaves and debris from clogging your gutters, but also doubles as a defense system against incoming ballistic missiles. Don't compromise on your safety or your gutter maintenance. Choose Missile Block Gutter Guards for a clean home and a secure future. Missile Block Gutter Guards, protecting your home one gutter at a time. A subsidiary of Slapcop Defense.
And I've got to say, we have those gutter guards here at our house, and we have only been hit by one missile. So, they work pretty darn good. Have you had any experience with those, Mark?
No, but I'd like to try some. I probably need them before I invade my neighbor's yard.
Yeah, because in 2014, on this day in history, Israel intensified strikes on Gaza, or otherwise what your neighbor calls your backyard. So I'll stop there. All right. Well, that brings us to Conversation Street, if you're ready, the missus.
Well, I thought I was. There we go.
Imagine you're listening to smooth jazz, the smooth jazz of Conversation Street. See, we're in. So last week, Mark, did you listen to the podcast from last week?
Probably about 50 or 60% of it. Yeah, I had to skip through it a little bit because, my boss doesn't like it if I'm watching YouTube at work for some reason.
Crazy idea that. Well, last week there was almost too much to talk about, and we spent a big chunk of our time on Conversation Street. And here, I don't think I had 3 topics. This week we've just got the one. So let's go and dig right into it. Let's go back to Jeff Epstein. Again, like last week, Jeffrey Epstein is still dead. Maybe. God knows with him. His money is still moving around, but also what happened last week was Pam Bondi, anyway, noted that there were no Epstein files, which is quite odd because she had them on her desk. It was a dream. We won the war. Go back to sleep. So the DOJ released British prison footage. So if you saw my lead up for this podcast on my website, there's several of the outtakes from the prison footage. It's now been shown to be missing 4 minutes, and Donald Trump has indicated, of course, that's all in the past. And let me read to you from today's statement from Trump. Let's see, that everything was a scam. I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in history. And all these people want to talk about with strong prodding by the fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible success because I don't want their support anymore. So if you're talking about Epstein, Trump doesn't want your support. Something makes me think that he's mistaken the idea and thinks he's our leader rather than our elected representative. However, J.D. Vance had this to say. Remember when we learned our wealthiest and most powerful people were connected to a guy who ran a literal child sex trafficking ring? And that guy died mysteriously in a jail, and now we just don't talk about it.
That's probably nothing.
That was J.D. Vance, September 4th, 2021. Wonder what happened between now and then. Everyone, feel free to jump in and talk about the Epstein.
Well, first, one thing I want to clarify, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but that video doesn't even show Epstein's cell. It just shows the desk where the jailers were asleep, as far as I understand. So, but the idea is that somebody would have to walk through the view of that camera in order to get to his cell, which of course doesn't make sense if they crept along the wall. Plus, as you pointed out, there's now 4 minutes. Last week was only 1 minute, but yeah, missing. So anyway, just wanted to clarify that though for our listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. So my thought is this isn't going away. The missus, is this going away?
You know, I kind of stand by what I said last week. Ow, as I keep yanking my earbud out of my ear, that kind of hurt.
But Mark didn't listen because you were so boring.
That's right.
No,
That's
I listened to that part about. No, I did listen to it last. It was this weekend though, and you know I can't be expected to remember what I listened to on the weekend.
Mark listening to last week's podcast.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, it's just so boring.
No, I'm just joking. It wasn't this weekend. It was Monday because it was at work and I had to rush through it.
Would I spend my own time?
I'm on vacation.
Would I spend my own time listening to this podcast?
No.
God.
Well,
you know, crazy?
In my defense, I was still having the dizziness and vague thoughts, you know, that comes with, you know, as you're getting over COVID.
I like turtle.
So, yeah, I noticed you guys played some clips for me.
It was virtual, Mark. Hey, when you're not here, man, we have
virtual
to make
Mark
do.
Better than the real Mark. I would agree.
We had more video of you than they had of Epstein. Oh.
I don't think this is going to go away. And frankly, I think Trump's making a mistake because I think he's going to really piss off a lot of people.
Again, the right will. He makes errors in several different locations where he thinks he can create his own reality to make things go away. And one of the ways he does this, at first it was the vaccine, which we all know is the most safe and effective. And but lo and behold, this is another one. Now I'm just going to notice. Let's go through the people who we're talking about. Trump says that we shouldn't talk about it anymore, as does, let's see, the Misfit Patriot, whoever that is, Bill Mitchell, Insurrection Barbie, whoever that is, Max Nordau, Mark Levin. Mark Levin says President Trump has had enough. So, Mark Levin, Rob Smith, Ben Shapiro, everyone who wanted to go to war with Iran says that Epstein's not an issue.
That's probably nothing.
Probably nothing. Catherine notes 60 years from now, they'll release all the records, naming names, and say, well, there's nothing we can do now. Catherine,
well, but they still haven't really released the Kennedy stuff. I mean,
that's right where I was going. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah,
Kennedy. They changed Kennedy's mind some time ago. That's kind
of my philosophy about it is that you can just go, well, I mean, that's another goddamn thing we'll never hear anything about, and we'll just fade into conspiracy theory in the dark corners of the internet for the rest of our lives, or you can just worry about it.
Well, it's interesting because we've talked many, many times on this program about the horrible things that the CIA has done from time to time. And I've written about those. But no one mentions that about Mossad. Did I just cross a line there, Mark?
Yeah, it's pronounced Mossad.
But what if they're Musglad? Musglad or Mossad? I am not from there. I don't care how they pronounce it. Besides, they don't even have vowels in their language. All right.
Yeah, you know how
Time to
John
move-
pronounces it.
Frederick.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. I'm listening. All right. I'm just, well, we need some of that drone gutter defense, I think. All right. Have we conversation enough on this street? Shall we move along?
We could go for days talking about the Epstein case and what it relates to. And you had your very good post about Epstein today, so.
If you'll notice, that was entirely humor-free, except for unintentional humor. Just looking at it, there's some things you just play straight, and that was one where I went, not a lot funny going around this one. Maybe later, but not so much right now. But speaking of funny, we do have our Jackass of the Week.
Oh, is it Jackass time?
It is.
Maybe I erased that too. Crap! Did I get the... There's the close.
Well, we'll play the close twice. No one will notice.
How did I manage to nuke all of this stuff? Just
Well, you can play
lucky,
the
I
close.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the same end of, only one end of the donkey. So
It's the end that matters, right? And this has been Neil Young's Brain Jackass of the Week. We'll just do
And
it
that's some of
backwards
your
this
best.
week.
That was some of your best work, honey. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. So up next, I kid. The missus. Why don't you run with this beast?
Well, up first, we have making a first appearance on Jackass of the Week, which is appropriate since everything's all screwed up this week anyway. So why not? President Trump. For this comment at the press conference where somebody asked Pam Bondi the question about, you said it was on your desk, and he jumped in and interrupted and said this.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Well, I think, again,
Nope.
so much not working. One of the things that is most excellent about Trump is his style of communication and his way of persuasion, which this just totally fell flat, and in fact is borderline condescending. So, yeah.
Well, in his defense, I can understand from his perspective that maybe he doesn't think it's important because, he's right. There's a lot of other stuff going on, and from his point of view, he's got economic issues, he's got military issues that are ongoing, he's got all these ICE raids and the border, and he's working on trade deals, and so to him, Epstein is probably some pecuniary thing that he doesn't really care about, but I think it's a little tone deaf to extrapolate from the MAGA people or the public in general that their interest in it is not worthy of consideration.
That's a very fair statement. Mrs., you have more thoughts?
Well, we were told for the longest time this is the most important thing ever, right? That this is rich men abusing their power and blah, 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 blah. No, that's not important now.
Yep. All right.
Well, and that's the difference. I mean, it is important to a lot of people. I think it's important. I mean, I want to know who these people are that we need to get out of office.
Okay,
But
and here is something that I'm going to say. People talk about the magnitude of this, and that it might cause governments to fall. It might wreak havoc across international politics. And you know what I'm going to say? If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth.
That's true.
Right,
Truth.
yeah.
Let's move on. Nominee
Let that
number
have a piece.
2. Nominee number 2. This person, and you say, who is that person? That person is the president of the NEA, the National Education Association, who...
I vote for number 2.
Well, give her a chance here, and you might still be right on that. This was her speech to the NEA convention earlier this week, and you tell me, does this sound like someone who has the best interest of students in mind? Here she is.
Show me your power, NEA. Turn up the lights in the hall, please. Turn them up. I want to see you. Yeah, there you is. I need you right now to stand up if you led a walk-in or rally. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. If you join with allies in acts of resistance or protest, stand up. Stand up if you said or done something to defend our democracy. Stand up. Stand up if you will make the commitment to protect every student, every family, every community. I need you to stand up, NEA. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Look around and see our power. Witness it in real time. I see you, NEA.
There you go.
Just needs a little bitty mustache.
I was going to say that. A little mustache and pale skin, a little bit more pale, and she could pass for a different politician from Germany.
And again, this woman is the head of the largest teachers union in our country. There you is. Is you be part of the resistance? That's the head of the teachers union. The people that we send our children to every day to learn. Yeah. It's voting time.
Is you
I
ain't?
is seeing you. Yeah. It's voting time. Time's up, people.
All
Pencils
right.
down. Pencils down.
So I am looking at the votes that I have on the screen right this moment. And I have 2 for the NEA. And on the screen, I have 2 for Trump. And Mark, I am going to toss my vote in for Trump as well, which would make it 3. You can bring it to a tie and force the missus to make it a tiebreaker, or you can go. It's up to you, Mark.
Well, there's, like I said before, Trump's being tone deaf, but that woman is, she could lead a Nuremberg rally. So, I'm voting number 2 on this one.
The missus, that brings you down to the tiebreaker.
I was persuaded by Mark's very eloquent explanation of Trump's issue, so I got to vote number 2 on this too.
All right.
To put the head of the NEA over the top. I think this might be her first win. Wow.
It is the first time a woman has beaten Trump in an election.
And this has been Neil Young's Braying Jackass of the Week.
All right. It's time for 2 minutes of gun in 1 minute.
Are you ready, Mark?
I think so.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
So I was really torn this week because on one hand, I'd seen a Brandon Herrera video the other day where he was looking at Darwin Awards for gun users. And he had a Eastern European gentleman that was pointing a loaded gun at various people around him, poking somebody actually with it. Then he turned around and poked himself in the jaw with it, and it went off, removing him from the gene pool. And I thought, well, okay, but maybe that's not 2 minutes. So then one of the other things I've been looking at lately is, some of the laws and suggestions as to brandishing firearms and whether you should or shouldn't. And it comes down pretty simple as don't. It's a tool of last resort. All things considered, it should be a surprise if you ever actually have to use it. So, anyway, that's all I've got to say.
I'm going to summarize that as
2, 1, stop.
You have plenty of time to spare, but surprise boom. But you need a surprise boom, but don't surprise yourself. Is that a good summary?
That would be bad.
That would be bad. All right. Do we have another commercial to miss?
We do, and this one actually has video with it today. If I didn't erase this one too.
Oh.
Okay, good. There it is. Yeah, here we go. Welcome to Slap Cop Insider, the only weekly syndicated show that reveals what's really going on the internet. On this week's program, it's Elmo Unzipped, the Muppet behind the mayhem. He's the pint-sized red sensation who danced into America's heart with a giggle and a goldfish and a questionable third-person speaking habit. But behind the squeaky voice and that perpetual grin, who is Elmo really? From humble beginnings as a fuzzy background extra to becoming a cultural juggernaut with his own segment, Elmo's World, this ticklish titan took the puppet world by storm. But some say the fame may have gone to his fuzzy little head.
Hey ho, you don't say no to Elmo. I once asked him to stop hogging the camera. Next day, my scene was cut and a Frogger Gang cartridge was left in my dressing room. I got that message all right.
Allegations of diva behavior, red fur found in VIP-only areas of Hooper's store, and let's not forget the Tickle Me craze of '96. But with fame comes scrutiny, and Elmo was suddenly at the center of it all. He claims he's all about love, kindness, and learning, but off camera, sources say Elmo's been spotted skipping nap time, hoarding crayons, and rumors fly about 3-day hot cocoa binges.
Elmo has no comment at this time. Elmo just wants to love and be loved. This is a smear campaign orchestrated by those who only want to damage the reputation of this beloved children's entertainer.
A national treasure? Or a crimson cautionary tale of what happens when felt meets fame? One thing's for sure, behind the giggles lies a Muppet mystery that might just tickle the wrong way. And that's the report from Slap Cop Insider.
Yeah, I'd heard he's been stealing Cookie Monster's cookies.
Well, what happened this weekend, I don't know if you heard, was that somebody, either whatever intern runs Twitter's official, or the official Twitter. I haven't even been drinking. Elmo's
doesn't sound like it.
I know. Elmo's official Twitter account apparently just went off the rails, or they were hacked. He was talking about wanting to commit several types of genocide, talking about Epstein, just full fascist Elmo. It was it was quite interesting. So, and the reviews are in. Well done, ma'am. Very good. And Codex gives you some claps.
Thank you. Thank you all.
And Codex also says this one needs its own YouTube short. I like it. I like it. All right.
Yeah,
So
my oldest son was wondering maybe if Elmo his Twitter account had been hooked up to an AI.
well, see, and this kind of comes from the darker side. Rather than Twitter, than Elmo being hacked, that he occasionally just gets on a big cocaine binge and just starts twittering out how he really feels.
Snorting crayons and slamming hot cocos.
Yeah.
He's out of control.
No! I hate everyone. You all must burn. Okay. Let's get a little less dark. Can we think real fast?
Think real fast.
Riots last weekend filled with spray painting, protesting, and complaints about the way unwanted migrants were being treated. But this time, it was in Mexico City, as Mexicans wanted gringos to go home because they're speaking a foreign language and messing with the housing market. Mark, is it because they think Americans are being ungrateful by not waiting for the Mexicans to come to them?
No, they're upset because Americans are paying for the jobs that they won't pay for themselves.
The missus, should we make a deal and just swap all of theirs for all of ours?
I think we would go for that. I don't know if they would go for that, though.
Yeah, just quit sending the gringos, just send more money. Is that right?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Muslim Indian Ugandan New York City mayoral candidate Zoltan Mamadinini tweeted the middle finger to a statue of Columbus a few years back. Italians don't like that. Mark, are you shocked that there are Italians left in D.C.?
D.C.?
You mean New York?
I wrote what I wrote. I'm standing by it. I wrote it last week.
Yes, I'm very shocked that there's Italians still in D.C.
Codex does note that Elmo's 45. He's a child star gone wrong. The missus, do you think Zoltan just needs a hot Italian sausage?
Probably gets those regularly, so already taken care of.
Speaking of Zoltan, Trump threatens federal takeover of New York City if Mamadinini Dadinini wins the election for mayor. Mark, will that be right after he releases the Epstein files?
Yeah, that's a good question. I hope not. I'd rather see him take over New York than to wait forever.
The missus, if Trump takes it over, will he rename it to New Trump City?
I think that would be a great idea. He should totally do that. Yeah, I do like that.
Birthright citizenship goes
off. I cannot find this. Why can't I find that?
China.
There you go.
Maybe
just rename it China.
Maybe you can just rename it New Gaza.
Frederick.
Oh. As long as he doesn't name it the SS Liberty. Anyway, moving along. Birthright citizenship goes off the table for illegals and those who aren't Americans in many states on July 27th. Mark, why isn't everyone on the planet a citizen of the U.S. by birth?
Just give them a few years.
Yeah, it kind of seems like we're on that trajectory, so.
The missus, do you think that means children born by cesarean section are all Italian?
No, but they should all be covered in salad dressing. Just so that we can tell them apart.
Okay.
That's just what I want. Yeah, would you like the cesarean salad tonight?
I hope nobody was eating. I will note that one federal judge created the novel class for a class action suit of unborn children, therefore indicating that children that have not been born are actually alive. That's the only way he could apparently create this class, because the parents didn't qualify, only the children. So just letting you know, federal judges said, oh yeah, children that aren't born are alive.
Yeah, she's not the brightest bulb in the bunch, but
Yeah, maybe she's been eating crayons with Elmo.
So what
well,
that
I mean,
judge is saying is that
obviously she wouldn't have done that if she'd even thought twice about how that could be used in later cases
right.
Against abortion clinics.
So unborn children can be a class action now. Interesting.
Well, why not? Yeah, why not file class action against some of these abortion groups and shut them down?
All right. The national, and just while we're on here, apparently Swaziland was renamed to some other not nearly as good a name as Swaziland, and we were shipping illegals off to Swaziland. It's about 1 million people. It's this little tiny country, and these are people from like Colombia being shipped to Swaziland in Africa. I love it.
Wow. Oh, they'll love it in South Africa.
The National Education Association, which we talked about, the largest teachers union in the country, which means the world apparently for if you're a federal judge, just severed their ties with the Anti-Defamation League. Mark, what's next? Will they sever their ties with the Justice League and Superman?
Nothing for you. I could see that, but I mean, I'd much rather see them sever their ties with the Communist Party.
Oh, ow! That hit below the belt. That's going to leave a mark.
I think that's why they severed their ties with the ADL.
Here's a sounder you need. You've been marked. All right. The missus, do you think the NEA will break diplomatic relations with Gambia?
I think they'd have to be able to find it on a map first.
It's right next to Swaziland.
Probably can't find that one either.
All right. Microsoft just laid off 9,000 Americans while applying for 14,181 H-1B Indians. Mark, is it because the Indians will pretend to work for free?
Oh, well, no. I think they have to pay them a little bit.
You get to pay them in gift cards, I guess.
They're not to redeem.
I mean, they'll still pretend to work, but
yeah. So just then they'll always try and curry favor with you. All right. The missus. Do you think?
Well, it will be interesting to see these future versions of Windows come out where they play Bollywood music or something when you, when your email comes in or some other weird thing.
There'll be a big song and dance number right at the end.
So there was a movie called Short Circuit that came out in the 1980s, and in it there was a white guy who played an Indian, and because he played the Indian, officially he was not allowed in the country of India for 20 years after that movie came out. They were so mad.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. The missus, is the reason that Microsoft laid off all those Americans, is it because managers can carry a dozen or more Indians under each arm because they're so tiny?
They're pocket-sized. Yeah. Why not?
And it's easier to redeem them when you're carrying a dozen. California now takes EBT cards for fast food like McDonald's. Mark, is this the sort of thinking that took America to the moon?
No, this is the kind of thinking that kept America from ever going back, or being able to afford to go back, I should say. I was actually at a store the other day with one of my kids, and I don't know how it came up, but I was looking. It was a used bookstore. I'm looking at this old book from, I don't know, probably like the 1970s, and it's a sort of a sci-fi thing set in 2019 or whatever, 2020, a moon base and everything. And I made some comment about yeah, we could have had well, I was making fun of the book, and I said, yeah, we could have had a moon base if we hadn't spent trillions on welfare. Oh, the dirty looks I got from other patrons.
Good for you. Good for you. All right. Lily notes it lost the technology to go back to the moon. China apparently has found it. Oh, anyway, the question I had for you on the EBT cards for fast food is, what would Grok say about this? But the Grok I meant is the Grok before they refiltered him. What do you think that Mecha Hitler Grok would say?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not on X. I have no idea what it would say. Be like Gavin Newsom and say,
What the hell is going on?
Maybe he can put up another statue to himself. All right. The White House says that student loans will never be canceled. Mark, should the federal government instead offer a 10% coupon, 10% off coupon for liposuction?
Well, the funny thing is that isn't even true, because under the new system, they will be, if you haven't paid them back within a certain, whatever the period of time. I think they increased it to 25 years from 20, but they, then they will be forgiven. So if you graduate from Harvard and go to work as a barista with, $200,000 of student loans, at some point they will be, that they will be forgiven.
I think they ought to bring back galley slaves, turn them into galley slaves. Just a thought. The missus, should we add more profligate spending at the federal level to offset that the student loans will never be canceled?
absolutely. That's always the solution, isn't it? Throw more money at it.
That's what I keep reading.
Yeah. Everything's
All right.
underfunded.
Okay. That was Think Real Fast.
Think real fast.
All right. And I just heard something on the X. Hurry up and break out a cake. Maureen Comey, daughter of the former FBI chief, whose name was Comey, was fired from the DOJ amidst the Epstein controversy. Thoughts?
You must know where the secret list is held.
Well, she had all the files. So, yeah, just way too many Comeys involved in all of this, I think. The missus?
Yeah, we need to limit that. One Comey per administration.
Yes, I fully agree. Let's see. Israel apparently just bombed Syria. Tel Aviv is apparently striking at the heart of Damascus, not just military targets. Any reaction to that? This is just brand new.
Why? I mean, it's a failed nation. They don't have any sort of military to speak of. Why would Israel be going after them?
Well, they got all these bombs and guns and stuff, so why not?
Oh, man. I think they just like bombing people.
I don't have anything else there. Let's see. Voldemort is already cast for the new HBO series, and my first guess, Pedro Pascal.
Probably.
And here's my thought on Pedro
He's
Pascal.
also playing Harry Potter and whatever the girl's name and the red-haired boy. I have no idea what these characters' names are.
Hermione and Ron.
Sure, let's go with that.
But here's one of the reasons I'm really happy that our child having days are past the missus, is because if you had an ultrasound, Pedro Pascal would be in that goddamn thing
Probably
too.
he would be too. Yeah.
God, he's in everything. All right. And I think that's all I heard on the X.
All right.
All right. Mark, it is wonderful to have you back. And I hope
I do have some funnies to get out of here on though.
Oh,
if you'd like to see them. All
right. And well, good. That I can pretend I never told Mark that I'm glad he's back. So
that's right. That's right. He never needs to know.
Let's see those funny things, the missus.
All right, there's the first one.
And that one's an oldie but a goodie.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, Dan Bongino. He's got crazy eyes.
He does. He does have the crazy eyes.
Would not want him to watch my kids. Oh, Larry, I follow him on the Twitter.
Do you?
What is he? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, child slave labor makes the strawberries taste better.
Absolutely, it really does. There's a little bit of salt from the tears is what makes it all worthwhile.
Absolutely. Well, you save on salt at home that way. That's the important part. This one was one of my favorites. An hour ago, I walked into a Walmart near a major city and used the Ice Block app to indicate ice was in the area. I saw like 40 people leave with nothing. They just left while I perused the produce section near the door. I think I just entered my villain arc.
So I did look to try and download that, but it only goes for iPhones. You can't download it for Android phones. So otherwise, yeah, that's sad.
Oh, I've got an iPhone. Maybe I'll try it.
You should.
Of course, I don't
Shorten the
shop at
lines at the
Walmart,
grocery
so it's
store.
not like I have to get rid of crowds. But.
Yeah.
No, just do it randomly.
And finally,
and you know the funny thing is, they think the guy on the right is worse. They really do.
I know, and I have one more.
They have an affinity for. They really, I think, have a deep down affinity for Hitler because he was a socialist.
So I have one more, and this is kind of an
You
oldie
always
as well.
mention the politics. Always mention the politics, never the painting.
Right. This it happened at a church in Mexico. They had some room, so they were like, "Hey, let's get a big giant statue of the baby Jesus." And so they got it. They had it put in place. It's 20 feet tall. And imagine that. I know, right? I imagine these two guys standing there looking at it and going, "Wow, it looks pretty great. It really fills up that space. It's the baby Jesus. It's pretty awesome." And the one guy says to the other, "You know, Pablo, the baby Jesus kind of reminds me of someone. Who could it be?"
You know, and this is the problem because
why does the baby Jesus have a receding hairline?
because Phil Collins would totally be the Holy Ghost because he's got the invisible touch.
That's right. So that's it. That's what I got.
Well, you know, on top of being the baby Jesus, he could also be the little drummer boy.
That's true.
Well, okay, guys, you need to stop because none of this is in Genesis. Oh, we should stop there. Is J Studio? Well, hey Studio. Hey Sus, if you're Spanish.
You know, you just needs to look to the church when you're living in a land of confusion.
As long as we don't have to do it with Chevy Chase in the house, I think we're okay. All right. Well, that was another wonderful show. It's wonderful, again, to have you back in the house, Mark, and stay better, okay?
All right. Thank you.
On that note, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I had a lot of fun. A lot of bad jokes, but you know what? It feels like home when I'm here with you guys. I really do appreciate you.
Well, it
Take
doesn't
care.
hurt that you are in your own house, so
While they're
shouldn't feel
out.
like home. That's your cue, Mark.
Oh, yeah, I like turtles.
Y'all come back now, you hear?